Greetings, Rutgers School of Engineering class of 2021 and all who are celebrating with you today. As the Dean of the School of Engineering and on behalf of our school's faculty, deans, and staff, I would like to welcome you all to the recognition of the class of 2021. Also joining me today are the academic department chairs, the faculty, the academic deans. Celebrating our graduates is always one of the happiest occasions at Rutgers Engineering. And while this year's event is unlike so many that we have celebrated in our 157-year history, your achievements are in no way diminished. You are among a select group of high-achieving students whose academic talents and leadership promise initially gained you admittance to the Rutgers School of Engineering. And now, after completing your studies, putting your knowledge to work through research and internships, and contributing your energy to our Rutgers community, you are now about to launch a new chapter in your life. And we are all excited to see where that takes you. Not being together today and your absence on campus this past academic year, your senior year, has been a disappointment for all of us. We deeply missed being together. In spite of this historic disruption, I commend you for your adaptability, perseverance, and hard work in a tough situation. You face these challenges with maturity and collegiality. But most important, you should take pride that you forged ahead as engineers and as the problem solvers you were trained to be. From the senior design projects that had to be tackled without access to labs and equipment, to research that required innovative thinking to advance, to the classes, lectures, and labs that you attended from remote locations, you persevered and succeeded. And you've reached this moment. I know how hard you worked to get to this day. I also know that not one of you did it alone. Each and every one of you had the support of family, friends, faculty members, academic deans, and most of all, each other. I hope you will take time to thank these people in your life for all their support, love, and encouragement over the past years. Treasure what you have gained here at Rutgers, the friendships you discovered, the knowledge you acquired, and the challenges you overcame. You have the foundation. Build upon it and let nothing stand between you and what you can accomplish. Congratulations on your graduation, and best of all, luck in your future endeavors. And now it is my pleasure to introduce your class of 2021 student speaker, Samantha Cheng. Samantha is an Honors College scholar from Freehold, New Jersey. She is graduating today with a dual degree in electrical and computer engineering and English. In addition to her academic accomplishments, she served as an engineering ambassador, chaired the first-year integration peer mentor program, and was a MATLAB learning assistant. She will be launching her career later this summer in Cambridge, Mass, as part of the Platform Engineering program at Akamai Technologies. Please welcome Samantha Cheng.
Hello, class of 2021. I'm grateful to have this opportunity now to reflect our experiences together. I want us to take a moment and think about how much we have grown since our first days here. I remember when I first came to Rutgers, I made the mistake of getting on the wrong weekend bus and taking an impromptu tour of all the campuses, standing room only. I'm sure many of us had similar experiences, trying to get over the small obstacles like mastering the bus system or passing linear algebra. Graduating was the finish line. It was as far as many of us could imagine. Up until now, it's been school, school, school. For some of us, the next step is more school. And for others, it might be working. We might find ourselves moving across the country or staying at home. We might still be figuring out our next steps. Regardless, for many of us, the future still seems like a nebulous idea, a big question mark at the end of a story. What comes next? This is a hard question to answer. 10 years ago, I thought my dream job was to be a fashion designer for dogs. This has clearly changed. And if you asked me this last year, I wouldn't have known I'd be spending my last semester completing my senior capstone project over Zoom, or that my only in-person class would be learning how to handle goats at the farm on Cook. I'm sure that coming into Rutgers, none of us predicted we'd end this journey here, at our virtual graduation for the School of Engineering, but we're taking it all in stride. And a new journey is just beginning, and though it is still full of uncertainties, I'm proud to say that it is full of possibilities, and we have a whole community to follow us wherever we end up next. Whether we were up all night studying for midterms at Richard Weeks Hall, or observing the geese on the engineering quad, or mastering the bus system together, we built memories and friendships. Once we paddled sinking cardboard canoes at Werblin, we were pretty much bonded for life. Our virtual community has been just as supportive. The only difference is we now bond over our quarantine hobbies like baking bread or crocheting. All of these tiny moments make up the strong community that the School of Engineering is, and they have taught me so much about this amazing class. I'm sure a lot will change in the next 10 years. I can't predict where we'll end up or what we'll be doing, but our community makes me confident that we can take on the unknown. This past year especially has shown us a few things about what is in store for us. First, we've proven that we are resilient. For many of us, this global pandemic has brought a year of unprecedented hardships. We had to take care of ourselves and others in ways we hadn't before. And through all this, we still managed to go to school, take on new challenges, and excel in our new reality. We uplifted each other in our communities through clubs and friends and virtual events. We worked on research projects, organized hackathons, and even helped bring the basketball team to March Madness. And we made it through. We graduated. We are strong as individuals and even stronger as a community. The second thing this past year has brought to light is that our role in society as engineers has become increasingly vital. We are graduating at a time of immense change. There's a lot of fear in this world as we address intersecting crises of a global pandemic, climate injustice, and the violence of structural racism, just to name a few. That's an overwhelming list that barely begins to encapsulate the issues we are facing, and I think it's okay to be scared. I am. It seems like the world around us is constantly on fire, and there's a lot we don't know about what the future holds. But here's what I do know, and I learned this in physics a long time ago. A body in motion stays in motion. Look at us now. Think about how much we have overcome through all our previous obstacles, how we are graduating today as engineers, how we have so many accomplishments to be proud of. We just have to keep this momentum going. This is what we do as engineers. We may encounter problems, but we create solutions. If we find a bug, we fix it. Rutgers has given us a toolkit of skills: creativity, collaboration, calculus. With these skills, we aren't just people behind computers coding up software or drafting up buildings or designing aircrafts. We are the idea makers and boundary breakers that will affect future generations. In the years to come, we'll find ourselves working with other engineers and scientists, but also with artists and activists and policymakers to create interdisciplinary solutions. We'll be working at the forefront of medicine and producing technologies that will bring us into our post-COVID life. We'll be environmental engineers progressing alternative energy and producing sustainable solutions. We'll be engineers not just for ourselves or for our companies or institutions, but for society. We have the ability and the responsibility to build a better future beyond us. Thank you to our professors, deans, and faculty who make up the incredible engineering community here at Rutgers. Your time and dedication to your students is unbelievably appreciated. Thank you to our friends and families for supporting us through this journey and the next. And finally, thank you, class of 2021. You are resilient and inspiring. So, what comes next? Well, today, let's take the time to celebrate, and tomorrow, we take on the world. And now I'm pleased to introduce our Convocation speaker. School of Engineering alumnus Edward T. Chow is known worldwide as an entrepreneur in the wireless communication industry, bringing disruptive technologies to the market that form the mobile internet. As CEO of Pulte, Ed has grown the 5G positioning tech company from a couple of engineers in a borrowed conference room to a leading provider of technologies that power IoT solutions globally. His career also includes leadership positions at Lucent Technologies Bell Labs, Nortel Networks, and Metro PCS, where he established the company as a leader in bringing affordable wireless services to the masses. And he served the White House as a member of the U.S. Digital Service, an elite technology unit. Please welcome Ed Chow.
Hey, Rutgers Engineering, class of 2021. I'm Ed Chow, class of 1992, streaming at you from my home office here in Dallas, Texas. I want to thank the folks over at Dean Ferris's office for giving me this opportunity to virtually get out of my daily routine and do something really fun, like give a pre-recorded commencement speech to a bunch of 20-somethings sitting at home in their sweats. But seriously, folks, I'm truly honored to have this opportunity to spend a few minutes with you during this special time in your lives. You did it. And I couldn't be any more impressed with you all because you just graduated after a really, really challenging year and roughed it out like true gritty Rutgers engineers. Take this time to look back at the fullness of your experience at Rutgers and appreciate what you've done. If you can get through tough times like these, you can get through anything. It's only going to get better from here. It's got to, right? In any case, this was supposed to be a commencement speech, and you're probably already wondering who the heck I am. Let me start with a picture of me nearly 30 years ago. Yes, before all of you were born, when I felt just as special as each of you do today. There I am, second from the right, with my cool shades, doing my best impression of Tom Cruise. We were stoked, and our futures were bright. But the fact of the matter was that I was just happy to have made it that far. And I think my parents were even a bit surprised. The guy on the right, Ram Rao, now he was a genius. I remember him getting a 90-something on the EMAG final with Professor McAfee. And I remember racking my brain for days, if not weeks, studying for that test and then getting back my grade, a 27. The good news, if there was one, was that the average is 25. So I guess you could say I was above average. But I guess my point is this. I probably started the next chapter of my life a lot like a lot of you. And I think that's perhaps why Annie and the people in Dean Ferris's office asked that I spend this time to share with you a little bit about my journey over the past 3 decades and maybe, just maybe, impart some nuggets of wisdom that might help you a bit as you step out into the world. And what a scary world it is, and it seems to be getting scarier. Social media didn't exist when I graduated, and I can't imagine the feelings of inadequacy I would have had if I had a constant feed of better-looking people having more fun and being more successful than me all the time. In a way, I was lucky that I didn't have what I didn't know, I didn't know what I didn't know as I jumped into things, not being able to search Google or LinkedIn before every interaction. Because if I did, I probably would have cowered in fear and stayed home at my parents' house for longer than just the summer after graduation. Which leads me to my first point. Embrace luck. You can't control every outcome in life. This is particularly important for all of you engineers. By definition, you majored in something that tells something to me about your nature. You chose a major that is grounded in science and rational thought. You can write code that compiles the first time. You can derive formulas that can forecast the rise of ocean temperatures for the next 2 millennia. But the real world isn't like that. Life throws you knuckleballs. That perfect code you wrote just got pushed into the next release. Maybe global warming is caused by aliens. Or you finally land that dream job and you find out that the people you end up working with are all a bunch of jerks. The best you can do is know that uncertainty is the only thing that is certain. When you swing and miss, know that there will always be another chance at it. And the more chances you take, the more that the odds will finally line up in your favor. and that you will eventually land that thing that lets you advance your career, make more money, meet your mate, or whatever it is that makes you happy. During my junior year at Rutgers, I had some time between classes and actually wandered around a little bit of the campus. I happened to come up on a temporary trailer office outside the computer science building that looked a little like something like this picture. There was a small sign out front with the words Wireless Network Information Lab, WinLab, and I had no idea what that was. But they were inviting students to participate in a summer internship program. We didn't have the internet like we have today back then, so their idea of advertising the program was just a printed flyer on the front door. So my wandering legs and I walked in, and I was greeted by Dr. Goodman, the founder of the lab, who graciously gave me a tour and invited me to apply to the program. And as it turns out, I ended up getting the internship, as well as a job at the lab to help the graduate students with some of their work. 30 years later, I'm still in the wireless industry, where I feel like I'm making a positive difference in the world every day, and feel like I'm the luckiest person on earth doing it. This brings me to my second point. Embrace new beginnings. For a lot of you, that's exactly what you're facing right now as you graduate. But know that new beginnings, small and large, will happen for the rest of your life. Embrace them. Each chapter in your life will build on the other, and before long, you'll have your own story to tell. But how do you know when to make a change? Talk to friends, family, mentors, and a little bit more on that later. But more importantly, trust your gut. Don't overthink it. Another way to think about it is not to get complacent. In fact, there are times when I truly believe that anytime I feel comfortable, I start getting this feeling of unrest, almost a panic in my gut. Perhaps it's growing up with Asian immigrant parents in New Jersey. Talk about two cultures that don't tolerate mediocrity. Take in signals all around you and trust your instincts and know when it's time to make a change. Before the pandemic hit, my current tech startup was on a roll. Here we are at TechCrunch Disrupt, pitching at the famous Moscone Center in San Francisco. And as a side note, that's Rob Wondolowski in the back, also a Rutgers University EE alum. It was an awesome experience. And following that, we raised fresh capital, got ourselves into a really cool office, added some great engineers, even hired a product manager. We were just about to launch our product and be on our way to scale. And then the lockdown came. We couldn't travel to meet partners and customers. Electronics supply chains were seizing up everywhere. Everyone stopped traveling to shows and to meetings. It was hard to see really the signs then just because we were on such a roll. But we ended up having to take the tough decision to pivot. We ended up narrowing the scope of our product, slow down our growth plans, and reduce our cash burn. Looking back at this past year, I guess you could say that COVID actually helped us refocus and pivot back to what we probably should have been doing in the first place. In a way, it was back to a new beginning. Finally, don't go at it alone. Again, you're engineers, and as a group, by and large, you over-index on being introverts. It's likely that you kind of get stuck in your own head a lot and are more comfortable sitting at home on your laptop. It's also likely that you'll be the one that answers the back to office survey question of how many days a week do you want to work remotely, with the answer, all of them. Resist the urge. Go into the office, collaborate with your coworkers IRL, find a mentor, and know that your boss wants you to succeed, or else she wouldn't have hired you in the first place. Embrace the people around you and follow your mentors that believe in you and the ones that you believe in as well. When I finally landed my dream job at Lucent Technologies Bell Labs in Murray Hill, New Jersey in 1997, I was lucky to have a great manager, Maria Palomera. I had dreams of being a Bell Labs fellow, a prestigious distinction for only the most accomplished engineers and scientists in the world. I thought I had made it. I was doing research on next generation digital wireless communications with the best minds in the world, even some people that wrote the books while I was at school. This is until I realized I wasn't anything like the people around me. I liked talking to people and on the business side and around the entire company and learning everything I could about bringing technologies to market. My manager recognized, but she also recognized I had a good instinct for the business side. Maria pushed me to get into something called product management and even convinced the company to sponsor me to get my MBA. I like to say that I was demoted to executive leadership after failing as an engineer. I learned from there that having a great mentor and listening to the advice of others was the best thing I could have done and likely would not have done had it been solely on my own. Okay, well, there you have it. Thank you for letting me stream into your homes and share in this special moment with you. After the pomp and circumstance of graduation is over, and you see that Instagram post of a fellow student land their dream job and you still haven't even gotten your first job interview, know that you're not alone. There have been thousands of Rutgers engineering grads before you that have gone through exactly what you're about to go through. Wear that Rutgers Scarlet Red with pride. And don't forget, embrace luck, take a chance at change, and instead of binge watching another show on Netflix, call your mom. Once again, congratulations, Rutgers Engineering Class of 2021. I truly wish you all the best.
Thank you, Samantha and Ed, for your remarks. You both exemplify the power of a Rutgers engineering degree. And now, on behalf of the department chairs, faculty, and academic deans joining me today, and the entire community of Rutgers School of Engineering, we wish you good luck and best wishes. Class of 2021. Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Engineering and by action of the Board of Governors, the degree of Bachelor of Science has been conferred upon each of you, and with all of the rights, responsibilities, privileges, and immunities appertaining thereto, here and elsewhere. As a symbol of your passage, you should now move the tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations, Class of 2021.
From far and near we came to Rutgers and resolved to learn all that we can. And so we settled down in that noisy college town on the banks of the old Raritan. On the banks of the old Raritan, my friends, where old Rutgers evermore shall stand. For has she not stood since the time of the flood on the banks of the old Raritan? Then sing aloud to alma mater, and keep the scarlet in the van. For with the motto high, Rutgers' name shall never die on the banks of the old Raritan. On the banks of the old Raritan, my friends, where old Rutgers evermore shall stand. For has she not stood since the time of the flood on the banks of the old Raritan?
Congratulations, fabulous seniors. We're so proud of you. And the only thing we're sad about is that we didn't get to see you on campus this year. But we hope that means you'll be more inclined to come back and visit us as alum. And we know you're ready to solve all the problems. The world has a lot of them, so go out there, make the world a better place, and have a lot of fun. Congratulations!
Congratulations, ISC Class of 2021. You won. Despite all the COVID-related problems, you were able to graduate on time with no problems. Despite all the virtual classes, labs, and all that, you were able to overcome all the issues and graduate. My sincere congratulations to you. My best wishes for you in life. Please come back, see us again. I'm sure you'll be successful in life.
Congratulations. We miss you so much. Please come back to visit us whenever you can. You're the best. Congratulations.
ECE class of 2021, congratulations, and I'm really proud of everything you achieved. Go for it. Good luck.
On behalf of the Office of Student Services, congratulations to all of our graduating seniors.
And a special shout out to our EOF and EOP students and those graduating from Meet, Sweet, and She. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Hello, congratulations all the seniors, especially the Honors Academy seniors, the Honors College seniors, and all the Honors Engineering students. You're redefining success. It's easy to be successful when things are easy, but you were successful during really hard times. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. This last year has shown us how much we need you out in the real world, and we're looking forward to seeing all that you accomplish.
On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, congratulate you all. It has been an unusual year, to say the least. It has been twisted and complicated, and in many cases, a very lonely year. Be proud of your accomplishment as much as we are. Now, take the time, recharge, share your success with your loved ones, and just let your wonderful career take off. Scarlett, forever.
Hello, civil engineers. I share your joy and pride that the graduation day, the day you are becoming a civil engineer, has arrived. I wish you many successes in your professional career, and I especially wish you that you experience many moments when you will feel pride that you selected to be a civil engineer and that you have selected to work in civil engineering profession. From all of us, we wish you all the best in your professional careers, and we also want you to come and visit us again. Our doors will be always open. We congratulate you, the civil engineering class of 2021.
Congratulations to all bioenvironmental engineering graduates. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of the bioenvironmental engineering program, I would like to know how proud we are of you for a job well done despite this challenging time. We enjoyed to get to know you during the last 4 years, and we can't wait to see your successes in the world, be it in New Jersey or Kenya.
To the material science and engineering graduates of the class of 2021, congratulations. We know it's been tough for all of us. But just think, if you made it through this year and you finished your degree, there isn't anything you can't do. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Chemical and Biochemical Engineering class of 2021. We're all so proud of everything that you've accomplished both this year and in your career here at Rutgers. It's been a challenging year to be sure, but you've all designed a way to success. And we can't wait to hear about the many successes you're sure to have in the years to come. Stay in touch and let us know.
Congratulations, class of 2021, Industrial Engineering, you did it.
Class of 2021, School of Engineering, I congratulate you on your colossal accomplishment, and I wish you the best of success in the future. For the class of 2021 in Material Science and Engineering, let me tell you that how proud we are as the faculty. You have accomplished something very great in acquiring your engineering degree, but above all, we are quite sure that you will do great things in the future and shape the world for the betterment of humankind. So, we are very proud of you. Please keep in touch, and we will keep on supporting you any which way after graduation. Thank you. Take good care of yourselves, and goodbye.
Congratulations, class of 2021, civil engineering students. I wish you the best in your career. You have done great. Best of luck to all of you, and congratulations.
Hi, BME. This is your undergraduate director, Dr. Kristen Labazzo, and I just wanted to tell you all how proud I am of you. You made it through your entire senior year virtual, and you all did a fantastic job. Senior design was so impressive this year. You guys had to do your entire senior design virtually, and you all made such great projects. You really were problem solvers, which is what, as engineers, we all are. You're getting your jobs, you're getting into your grad schools, so you are moving forward. And I hope, even though this probably wasn't the senior year you wanted, you were able to make some good memories and be part of the world recovering and getting better. Good luck in your future, and congratulations, class of 2021.
From all of us at undergraduate education, congratulations, class of 2021. Woohoo!